Thank you. Good morning. I'm Jay Yadav. I'm the founder of CardioMEMS. I started CardioMEMS to fundamentally change how we take care of patients with severe heart disease. To do this, we had to accomplish a number of very difficult challenges, solve a number of difficult problems. One of the things that we did was to create the first wireless communication system for the human body. We've also created the first medical implant that is totally fabricated on a chip. We started out at ATDC and then graduated to the Technology Enterprise Park. We have about 80 employees now, and we've raised about $100 million in venture and strategic financing. The impetus for CardioMEMS really comes from what I noted in my own practice and what you see illustrated on this slide. Over the last 20 to 30 years, we've done a great job of reducing the risk of dying when a patient has a heart attack. But consequently, we have a number of patients left alive now with damaged heart muscle. And they'll often go on to develop heart failure. This is the most common cause of hospitalization in the country. There are 1 million hospitalizations per year. It's the #1 item in the Medicare budget, $40 billion a year. So how do you tackle a problem of this scope and magnitude? One of the things that we do when a patient is quite ill in the hospital is do a cardiac catheterization. This is an invasive procedure, but it gives us a tremendous amount of detailed information which we can often use to make the patient better. The question I asked was, is it possible to get that information before the patient actually becomes sick, before he decompensates? Could we be proactive rather than reactive? How do we go about doing this? I did not want to use what I call old technology, batteries, wires, pacemaking type of technology, because it has a lot of complications, a lot of repeat surgical procedures. We really wanted a better solution for the patient. So working with great engineers at Georgia Tech and MIT, we developed really a cutting edge, almost a bleeding edge solution. It's wireless, has no batteries, and it's truly permanent, never needs to be replaced. The fundamental concepts in the technology are quite simple. It's a resonating LC circuit. As the pressure changes, the capacitance and frequency change, and we can interrogate this wirelessly as well as energize it wirelessly. It's not adequate that we create the technology. We have to prove value for the patient. The hypothesis we had was that having this information on a daily basis to the doctor would reduce hospitalizations and the cost of healthcare, as well as improve the patient's quality of life. And we proved this in a large 64-center randomized trial, which took 3 years to complete and was published in an expedited fashion by The Lancet in February, showing a profound, statistically significant 30% reduction in hospitalizations at 6 months, 38% at 15 months. I think you can see the impact this would have if we could roll this technology out nationally on the 1 million hospitalizations, the $40 billion in healthcare. It'd be a profound impact. There's been a lot of excitement in the medical community about our technology and our clinical trial, as well as in the medical device community. And we've received a large investment of $60 million from St. Jude last year, and they have an option to purchase the company. We've got a great group of people at CardioMEMS, and we're well on our way to realizing our mission of improving the care of heart failure patients. Thank you for your time.
John Wheeler with Endgame Systems, the Vice President of Business Development. In 2010, we launched our business IP trust with $29 million in capital. We focus on monitoring the internet for malicious and criminal activities. And I know we've talked quite a bit this morning about what those criminal activities are. But why is that, right? So if we look at the worldwide economy, the black market for cybercrime continues to grow and grow at a tremendous pace. Hackers are looking for ways to gain access and sell that access into that black market. We have espionage continuing, looking for trade secrets to be able to be sold, to be able to catapult companies that might be in the US or outside the US beyond what you're offering today or where you intend to go. Government, military, state-sponsored organizations are looking for weaknesses in our critical infrastructure, so is our information systems, to be able, in the time of cyber warfare, be able to take these systems and make them useless. Organized criminals want to continue to operate, and due to laws like the Patriot Act, are looking for ways to take their operations underground. They do that through compromising systems, gaining credit card data, gaining personal identifiable information, and being able to launder their activities using your identities. The trends for the black market will continue to grow. Cybercrime is probably one of the only economies that we will ever see that will continue to grow at a point in which it will not stop. For that advantage, IP Trust is continuing to monitor the internet, looking for this malicious and criminal activity. We have various techniques that we're able to do that so that we can take something like this. From this lineup, you have no way of knowing, is this criminal activity or is this clean activity? What we do, looking for digital weapons of cybercrime, looking at what IP addresses are up to, we're able to help organizations protect their enterprises. We bring in about 1 billion events a day. We process these events, looking for where they're coming from, looking for malicious and criminal activity. We're able to score them. So much like you deal with a credit score every day, we can score crime. We can score an IP address based on the crime that it's either conducting or basically where it's coming from and the history of crime associated with it. This enables our clients and our partners to make better decisions about which transactions to allow through, when to question a transaction and add secondary authentication or risk measures, or when to flat out deny a transaction. Our goal is not to sell another piece of technology in another box. We know companies already they're inundated with technology today, they have fatigue from boxes, and they're looking to make better use of those technologies they've already invested in. So with better intelligence comes smarter security decisions, making better use of those technologies to block, monitor, watch, and defend their enterprises. We have scored about 300 million IP addresses for risk today. That continues to grow. We track about 6 million IP addresses, in a 24-hour period, known with malicious criminal activity, and all of that is employed through the technology that we offer. So please stop by our booth, take a look at what we have to offer, how we might be able to help your enterprise, or integrate with the technology and solutions that you provide to protect your customers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Grant Schindler from Flowsoft, the founder of Flowsoft, in fact, and I'm here to tell you about our flagship product, which is Trimensional, a 3D scanner for the iPhone. Oops. All right, well, I'll narrate this. So the way Trimensional works is you go into a dark room, you turn out the lights, you turn up the brightness on your screen, and then if you just hold the phone up to your face, it takes a few pictures while it's lighting your face from different directions using just the phone that you already have in your pocket. And instantaneously, in under a second, you create 3D models like this of your face or of any other object. And so, yeah, it's great for capturing goofy facial expressions, but it has a bunch of serious uses as well. So the question is, who is the market for this? So initially, this is on the App Store. It went on the App Store on January 6th of this year. And within our first month of sales, all right, there we are, and all right, our first month of sales, we had over 25,000 paying customers. So who are these people? Who's paying for this? Well, only 50% of them are from within the US, so we have over 80 countries, sales in over 80 countries, and a lot of it is just for entertainment. Right now, all the app does is you're able to take these scans and send them to your friends, post them online. But we heard a lot of feedback from people like 3D artists, 3D designers, and animators who are very interested in using this technology in their everyday work, people who work with 3D models all the time. And so we're rolling out an update in just a couple of weeks. We've been beta testing it, and it's going really well. All the artists and designers we're talking to are very happy, and this is really a new enabling technology for them. 3D scanners previously have cost tens of thousands of dollars, possibly, and this is the first real consumer-level 3D scanning technology available. So beyond that, video game avatars are a big market. Imagine being able to just use your phone to scan your face in, and then you'll be able to run around World of Warcraft using whatever expression you just had on your face. And eventually, we might be able to do this in real time so that you can be looking at your phone, talking to people, having your face move in real time. So something we're working on. And finally, 3D printing as a big technology I think you'll hear a lot more about in the next few years. So the image you see on this slide is a 3D printed model, a physical model of my face. All I did was scan myself in with the iPhone, email that file straight over to a 3D printer, and very shortly we have a physical 3D copy of my face. So now imagine again in a few years being able to walk around the world, you see an object you like, you say, hey, I might want that later, so you take a scan of it, and when you get home, you print it on your home 3D printer. So this is a very real possibility within a few years, and hobbyists already have 3D printers in their homes. They cost less than $1,000 at this point for the cheapest 3D printers. So regarding our innovation here, we've really created the most affordable and portable 3D scanner in existence right now. A lot of our customers are very happy with this new technology. One review on the App Store says, "This is the most innovative mobile phone application I have ever seen to date." And a number of our customers share this sentiment. And finally, appadvice.com says, "Flowsoft is looking to pioneer a revolution." So we certainly hope so. We're coming to more platforms soon, such as iPads and Android phones. And please come visit us at our booth after this talk. Thank you.